So, in process. We are on.
Wow, live. Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
How's it going?
1 second.
Как поживаешь? How are you?
One moment. Yeah,
We're live now.
yeah. I didn't hear you clear.
Ah, is this your first Facebook Live?
Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah?
I didn't hear you clear. I don't understand what happens.
Oh, okay. I can hear
Oh,
you just
oh,
fine, no?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's good. Hi,
Okay,
hi,
good.
everybody. Hi, Kass.
Hello, darling. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm fine. Yeah, it's my first foundation talks. Do you-
I do. I hear you.
and I glad to see you, Cass, on my first call, and I'm glad to see you guys on my first call. and
Yay!
yeah,
There's so
I would
many
like.
first times going on in this period. The first time, on doing so many classes online, the first time being really on quarantine, and the first time for a lot of things. So it's definitely a 2020 vision time, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to say a few words about my show, Foundational Talks.
Please.
I do love foundation class, and I like to invite you guys to this foundation world of your magic life. So, Cass, oh, where are you? I don't see you. What is foundation for you, Cass? And can you say maybe a few words about you?
Absolutely. Well, I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and lived in New York and in Paris, and now I'm living in Rome and Italy. And when I moved here, there was no access in Europe at all. And so after being here, my girlfriend came and she ran my bars in, like, 18 years ago. Right?
Wow.
And I received them one year, I received them the next year. And sometime in that next year, I said, "This is amazing. Will you come to Italy and teach it?" So we had our first classes in 2004, 2005 in Italy. And we had the first foundation class in Italy, and it was really transformational. And one of the things that's so funny about it is that looking at the faces and the perceiving the energy of the people on the first day, and then the second day, and how on the third day, I had that in my house. I was like, who are these people on the third day? They were different. It's so interesting that they're different. It reactivates the foundation class, something that is truly you, inside of you, and allows that to come out, so that it shows up on your eyes, it shows up on your smile, it shows up and it vibrates in a very different way. There's a transformation, and that happens with the bars also. If you haven't received bars in a really long time, we think that we're being ourselves, we think that we are, it's normal for us. But when we do these clearings in the foundation, when we look at all these various areas of our lives from a different perspective, right? And we get bars and we get the body work. Even if we're doing so many online, activating these energies in our bodies and in our minds and giving us more space, it really allows who we are to show up in a very different way. And so the foundation, which means the platform, you know, from which we operate and is very different. And it's alive. It's alive, and especially in this time where we've been maybe a little sleeping, almost like the bears, that go into hibernation in the
Wake up.
winter, or in the summer, and then wake up. And so it wakes up not only your mind, it wakes up your body, it reactivates something that is really the essence of who we are. And so I just love it. And every time for me, it's new and different.
Yeah. Do you remember the first foundation class that you took as a participant?
Yes, yes, that was in my living room, And it's funny because sometimes we're so busy. I was organizing and translating too. I was translating into Italian. The manual wasn't yet in Italian. So it when we have so much to do, right? It keeps us actually from being present and being. And the first foundation I invited her to do three in that year. And the next year I went to get my license. So I really see how the energies of the foundation, no matter how many times you take it, every time is different because you're different, And I participate in a foundation every year with Gary and Dane, and also, I do several throughout the year. And I've got to say, Tanya, every one gives me new awarenesses about what you might already know, but looking at it from a different perspective. And what I love about the foundation is that if there's something that it's not really interesting to me, or it bothers me, or that's usually the thing that perhaps you have not been willing to look at in a different way. And when you are able to see things from different perspectives, you really get this tool of access, interesting point of view, because it is all an interesting point of view. I mean, why are we here on this planet in this time? What made us choose it? So sometimes we get really busy with the things we have to do. If we're able to connect with ourselves in a different way and see our lives from different perspectives, what we would love to create becomes more clear for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Uh, do you remember what reason did you have when you decided to take foundation class? So why when you decided?
It's different for everyone, right? It's different for everyone. I got to tell you, the universe brought the foundation to me because my girlfriend from the United States came here, and there were two people who wanted to do the foundation. And she said, talk to my friend Kass. She's a producer, she's an organizer, she's a businesswoman. She can organize the class for you. And if she organizes it, I'll come and do it. So it was a favor for my friend and some to honor these people who wanted to take it. So that was my reason for doing it. But I had been asking in that very month, February, I had been asking, what else is possible? You ask it in a different way. Everyone asks it in a different way. And this is the thing about the tools of access. It's not about teaching you anything, the foundation. It's about responding to the requests that you have been making in your life and to the universe for something different to show up. Whether you're making it to God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, Mother Nature, the planet, wherever you're asking for it, the foundation shows up. So many people are posting online and doing classes online, but if something passes before your eyes, it's the universe saying, hi, I'm responding to your request. And you might be like, oh, no, 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 no. But sooner or later, you know,
And I have a question. a lot of people ask me how can they understand what it's time for foundation, what feelings they should feel, or something else. What can you say about it?
Well, a couple of things. If you go with, in Access, we talk about follow your knowing, what you know. And if you're asking for something different to show up in your life, if you're asking to be able to do more, I have an Access specialty class called Access Your Communication Genius. You know, how do you, exactly the question you asked, Tanya, which is great. How do you know when it is the moment? If it makes you smile, if it puts you in the question, if it shows up in your life. Maybe someone's calling you and saying, "Hey, come to this foundation." Maybe, but when you see it, when you read it, when you look at it, and it actually opens up a space inside of you. It gives you a sense of peace. It makes you curious. Curiosity is what keeps us young. Curiosity is what keeps us involved. So when it's time, when it pings you in more than one way. And sometimes we're in resistance to the change, So we're resisting it. But if you're in resistance to something, there's usually something in there for you, and you just have to be willing to access it, to receive it, to take that leap. I never have met anyone where the 4 days of the foundation has not changed their lives.
Yeah, really. And
And that's me
mhm.
included.
Every foundation has a lot of changes every time, every class. And
How many have you done?
I don't count now. It's more than 10 for half of
Wow,
a
wow.
year. And no, I don't know, but I do love really. And so that's why I decided to invite people and to know certified facilitators mm, who facilitate this class. And I want to share this energy that really can be in uh, life every
Yeah.
people.
And they're
Yeah,
all so different. I mean, everyone. I have this program on 7 steps, and the first step is show me the magic. What's your unique magic? And every facilitator has their own unique magic and their
yeah,
different perspective. Because the manual, we have a manual, which is amazing, and it talks about the different topics, but it leaves the room for each facilitator to share their information about the topic. So it's great to read the manual, but with each topic, depending on who shows up, to give them different examples and perspectives on it. And someone once asked me, "You've been doing foundation for 15 years. Isn't it boring for you?" It's always different, because whoever is there perceiving their energy, and something will pop into your head. And I live the tools of Access. I don't do them, right? I live them. So I have so many experiences to share. And that's really helpful for people to see the practical application of each and every one of these tools. And it really does change your life if you're willing to receive it.
yeah, really. I say every time I some people ask me about Tanya, for what you have a lot of foundations, and now I understood that it's funny. It's just funny, and it's open a lot of space and possibilities every time, and we can meet a lot of people for all over the world. It's nice. And
Yes.
do you have a favorite topic or tool from foundation class that you use?
Well, absolutely. You know, I do the 3-day body classes,
Yeah.
right? And so if you ask me that now, I'll give you three answers. If you ask me that in 5 minutes, I'll give you other three answers. And what's so funny? What's
For
so
10
funny?
seconds.
You know, well, the thing is, what's so funny is every time I go to a new page, I'm like, oh, this is one of my favorite tools. And they're like, you said that about everything. And it's true. You know, it has actually become my life, the way I look at life. And I'm really grateful for that. The Ten Commandments, there are some things that have been in the manual forever. And those are the Ten
Yeah.
Commandments, the of access, you know, which
Yes.
really the keys, the 10 keys to total freedom. And it's a book in different languages, and it's true. And also the distractor implants is absolutely great. The perspective on money, the perspective on relationship. You know, there are elements to changing your money situation. There are ways to look at relationship, the 5 elements of intimacy. And these are the tools that have been in there always, you know. The 5 elements of intimacy really is you must have that rapport with yourself before you can have it with others, you know. And that's why I love that it's called the foundation, because in a house you have the ground level, you know. In
Yes.
the US we call it the first floor, but it's the ground level. If your ground level is not really stable, then you might be climbing up to the third or fourth floor and not actually feel comfortable because the foundation is not stable. So this foundation covers so many topics. And I suggest people reread the manual. And some people actually
It's
listen to me, reread it because and open it randomly.
Yeah, I like these tools too.
Yeah,
When something happens, oh, what is this? And open the manual and see, oh, what is it? Okay, I'm not wrong.
right, exactly, exactly. I'm not wrong. And you know, the thing is that if you are really aware that you have something else that's possible, but maybe you're not clear on what that is. What those verbal processes do in the POCs and pods is they get rid of whatever's standing between you and your knowing. And so it opens up your vision a bit so that you're not just focused on looking at one thing in your life. I have to do my business better. I have to be a better mom. I have to be a better, you know, you open it up your vision so that way when things are coming into your life that actually resonate with who you are, one, you have a clearer idea of what that energy of you is. You know, you have a clearer awareness of it. And two, when something shows up or someone shows up, right, or a moment shows up and it has a similar energy, then you know that the universe has brought you what you've been asking for, you know. One of my favorite tools is these four questions, you know, that allow you to, let's say, analyze, but not mentally, energetically, you know. But not everyone gets what that energetically is. But what is this? Something shows up and you're not feeling comfortable. What is this? And then you get this sort of energy of it. What do I do with it? And maybe you get nothing. Okay, pock and pot everywhere. I made this more real than than I am. Can I change it? Oh yeah, I can change it. Okay, how do I change it? You know, but already the thing about that is already you've changed it just by asking those questions. So I really like to show people in the foundations how to use these, how to apply them to every area of your life. You know, um, ask questions. This isn't, I told you like 10 tools, right? I'm sorry. Ask questions. It opens up different possibilities for you when you ask questions. And then you have more things to choose from. And how do you know which one to choose? Whichever is going to be the greatest contribution, not only to you, but the greatest contribution in general. Because those questions allow you to access information that you may not have in your mind, you may not have clear in your mind, but that energetically they feel either expansive for you or they feel not so good for you. And choose that and choose that and choose that and keep choosing and choose again and choose again. Keep choosing. It's a transformational period every moment in our lives if we're willing to invite the change. And this, the foundation really helps you see that. I really love it. I'm doing one this week, the 25th
Yeah.
through the
Well,
28th, yeah, of June, and I'll be doing one next month. I just really enjoy inviting people.
is it online or a
Yeah,
live
it's
class?
online. It's online.
So, guys, you can join from every point of the world.
Yes,
Yes,
and
it's
we have
amazing.
translations in all languages available for the foundation because people enjoy taking the foundation and also translating it. Because when you translate, I used to translate them all the time, and when you translate, you get it. You're not in your mind when you're translating. You're actually translating the energy, so you get that energy, that energetic change. So
Yeah.
translators around the world are amazing because they receive so many classes. They don't just take the class, they actually receive the class on another level. And that's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I love online foundation because we can really see from any point. We can see point of view our and point of view of our and other people from all over the world, not only Russian or not only Italian. Uh, so it's amazing, and we can change more and more
And
space.
more, yes. I've done two foundations live in Russia, one in Kazakhstan, lots of them in Italy, and really around the world, different ones. And the transformation is always visible and perceivable. And the people, go from this lock, sort of reflective state to a willing to step up and step out.
My body feels with your words. Oh yes, I want to go to foundation. So I'm ready. I'm already ready.
Yeah. Some people do one every couple of months, and though you can totally perceive the difference in the energy because they're willing, they're saying, okay, I'm stepping up and I'm choosing transformation. And so it's really, really a lot of it's a lot of contribution. And in this period, so many um, rules and so many laws and so many, the masks and all of this. So how is it that we can keep our awareness open even when we are doing social distance, when we're doing masks, when we're trying to figure out how to continue our lives and what to choose. These tools from the foundation give you a perspective that perhaps you weren't willing or able or ready to get. And I love showing people. We've got some great tools in the foundation. Um, there's a few body processes, and then there's one where we can play with different elements, and I love playing with that online because I'm quite used to inviting people also through words to experience from different angles the body processes and the energy of them because they're all a transformational energy. So I really love, the BMM, the MTVSS, and which is yeah,
MD,
and the
cellular memory.
pre-molecular manifestation and molecular demanifestation. And I've got us on SoundCloud a clip about that. Uh, and people have said to me they listened to that piece on SoundCloud about DMMD, demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, and they didn't have to go for an operation afterwards. They played it for their kids. I mean, just one tool and sharing what we know about that one tool and how much it can actually change your
Yeah.
life,
So guys, yeah.
your
So guys,
body, and
if
your
you
kids
want
and your family.
to
It's so great.
Yeah,
And
so
when
guys,
you
if
change,
you want to
when you change, when your energy is like how fabulous and lovely is your energy, doesn't it change the people around you too? You do the work and they get the change too. How does it get any better than that?
yeah. So guys, if you want to join us, we tag all links for nearest foundation class and website. So welcome, and I want to say big thank you to come here and share your energy for everybody. And what can you say people who have some doubts about foundation or facilitator, few words?
Yeah, well, you know, ask a question. Use these tools of access. Ask a question. And a lot of people say, okay, what will my life be like in 5 years? What will my life be in 5 years if I take this foundation?
Yeah, it's
Yes?
great question.
No? What will my life be like in 5 years if I choose something else? You know, and see which one actually makes your molecules sing, which makes your chest expand, which makes you feel lighter, which gives you, changes your breath, you know, and then, okay, everything that doesn't allow me to choose this with ease and joy and glory, I now destroy and uncreate. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyonds. That's the access clearing statement. And look around. You know, don't be looking down when you go into the street, when you're out and walking or walking through the house. Look up and look around and see what shows up. For me, the birds always bring, you know, their wings, how they sail, how they might be going like this. The birds, the trees. Sometimes there's no wind, Tanya. There's no wind, right? And when I'm looking up, there's one tree going, hi. The leaves are blowing, you know? So that's what I mean by look up, because what really, we're not alone. A lot of people think, you know, they have to do and choose everything alone and they
Yeah,
have to make it happen on your own. You do not. I
yeah,
know it's a belief. I know it's a point of view. You do not. We are not here on the planet alone. You might have noticed there are other people. And we're all connected. You know, we are all connected to everything and everyone. So are you willing to receive contribution from someone? I remember the gal, she's now a CF. A lot of people that have done the foundation with me became, you know, facilitators and also working with Access and for Access, so the company. And she wanted so badly to do a body class with me. And she had done an intro or something like that, and she didn't have the money, you know. And so she was willing. I said, well, what are your talents? What are your, you know, allow those to shine. She started singing or something, and someone offered her the class. Someone offered to pay for her the class, you know, and she didn't take it. She received it, and she's created amazingly in her life. So what, who, and what are waiting to be able to gift to you, so that you can have your genius shine. And if you're willing to look up and receive it, you will be a greater contribution, not only to you, but to the world.
yeah, really. We create this all Earth, all planet, all together.
Continuously. Continuously. Yeah. In
Yeah.
continuation. So I'm excited that the foundations are able to be done online, because it makes it really easy to be able to have them often. And also, it's really comfortable for people. Some people think, oh, I don't want to do it online. I need to do it in person. Uh, but you have to be in person online. So it is about being present, and it allows you also the space to not be distracted by other things, to actually be there and receive it. And we take breaks every 90 minutes just so that you can, you know, get some water or and some salt and sugar, and really be in the space of the foundation. So I'm really grateful for Access for allowing us to do them online. And there's so much variety out there. You don't have to wait for someone to come to your country. You can actually just choose. Yeah. 10 seconds to live, what do you choose? 10 seconds to live, how will you live your life? Yeah, that's one of the 10 commandments. 10 seconds to choose
Yes,
your
so
life.
guys, welcome to Foundation. In a few days, with Kass, we will take a link for registration if you want, and all questions we will see
Yes,
here.
we've got a wonderful translator, Anna Geller, who translates the foundation. She's awesome. She's done lots of classes with me, and so she's excited too. So let's see what shows up.
Yeah, thank you, Kass. Thank
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 you.
you, guys who sings now.
Yes, spasiba, spasiba.
Thank you. So see
Bye-bye.
you
Yeah.
soon. Bye.